everyone.
Welcome to InfluencerU
It's your girl, Evan.
and Alexis.
And we have the latest and greatest influencers of the Mecca.
We've got makeup artists, photographers, designers, models, and more.
So let's see who will influence you today.
Today, we're speaking to the wonderful international student all the way from Jamaica, Trevonae Williams.
She's involved in her campus. She's an Annenberg Scholar. She's a YouTuber. She's a part of Student Council, and she's a part of Howard University's very own radio station. Please welcome Trevonae. So when did you get started with your YouTube station?
I actually started my channel in March of this year, and it's kind of funny. It's kind of like a sick joke that the very first week that I started vlogging, that was the week that campus got shut down because, I don't know, it's kind of like, because my whole thing, my main intention with my YouTube channel at first was to really be really college based, like college vlogs, like doing challenges with my friends. So it was really kind of unfortunate that, just when I started, getting into my creative zone, President Frederick said, you have to go right now. So, but yeah, I definitely started this March and I've been working at it ever since.
Yeah, and it's crazy that you got, sent away. Did you get that on film, like the leaving process as well?
Yeah. So so in that vlog, it was really cool because I captured like how in the beginning of the week, like the energy was so high. Everyone was, Darty season, blah, 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 blah. And then at the end, like, it was like clips of me and my friends in tears, So it made for a good vlog. I get content is content. But yeah.
So, like, what motivated you to keep going during the pandemic, and how did you create content? What is your steps that you used?
I think definitely what has kept me going, well, at least what kept me going after my first video was people telling me that, oh, you really have a knack for this kind of thing. Because I definitely, after campus shut down, I was kind of like in a slump for a bit because, like I said, my plan was to make really college-centered content. I was like, I can't do that when I'm cooped up in a house all day, So definitely I had lots of people around me, my friends and family, and I got so much support on my channel in a way that I didn't expect, like from people that I didn't know at all. And just them telling me that they thought that, I really had a thing for, the whole YouTube thing and that they were looking for more content from me, that kept me going. And I think that still definitely keeps me going these days because, we all thought that we'd be back on campus in August, and then we thought we'd be back in January, and that's not going to be a thing either, So it's definitely really hard to stay motivated, but definitely just knowing that there's people out there who enjoy what I do and the things that I create, I think that definitely keeps me going for sure.
So, especially during online courses, we're not going back next semester. How do you manage your time best being a creative and doing YouTube and also getting your schoolwork done? Because, school comes first.
Evan, let me tell you something. I wish I could say, yeah, I have a plan, I have a schedule, I do this. It's not the case. It's not the case. I've been struggling. I have been struggling. I will say that, I didn't expect this semester to be as taxing as it has been because, I thought that, okay, it's online, I can structure my day, I can do this and that. But, you spend like so many hours in front of a screen. And then by the end of the day, you're not really feeling like editing. You don't really feel like, writing out the script for this video, So I definitely will say that this semester, balancing school and content creation and just life in general, it has been really hard for me. It's unfortunate, but I think rather than being like, oh, I should have done better, I'm just learning from what I did or didn't do this semester. And, just trying to be more structured and organized going forward.
So being at home, where do you find inspiration for YouTube? And how do you stay involved in these extracurricular activities?
How do I stay involved? Great question. Because I've asked myself that question several times this semester because it just feels like, it's nonstop. But the activities that I'm involved in, are things that I'm actually passionate about, you know, with her campus. That was my first kind of like me stepping into content creation with in my college career, and being able to write something and hear someone say that, oh, you know, that made me think about something differently, or that made me smile, or that made my day, you know, that keeps me going. So it's the same thing like with the other things that I'm involved in. I really feel like they're substantial and meaningful activities. So even when, you know, we have a meeting and it's like at the end of a long day, you know, I'm still motivated to attend those things because I know that I'm participating in something that, you know, it's worthwhile. But in terms of just staying inspired when it comes to still creating content, I definitely think that I pull inspiration from, it sounds cliche to say I pull inspiration from everyone around me, but that's kind of the case, because I feel like, especially being a Howard student, right? You can either be like, take it as super daunting that there's people around you doing all these great things, or you can use it as like ammo to be like, oh, I can be great too, you know? And I feel like, you know, at Howard, there's so many great content creators in so many different like areas, right? And when I see people like my age who are doing their thing, you know, and it's like we're all kind of in this little community where we all support each other, even if, you know, this girl's doing makeup, or this girl's doing graphic design, and this girl's doing, you know, that type of thing. And I think I really pull from that energy, because it really is like a little community. And it just kind of feels like everyone has everyone's back, you know? And yeah, I think that keeps me going when I'm not intrinsically motivated, just knowing that there's these other people that, you know, really see what you're doing, they like what you're doing, and they're pushing you. Yeah, that definitely keeps me going for sure.
I love that, especially your I have that mentally in my brain now, the quote, I can be great too, because I think it's great to not necessarily compare yourself to other people, but like, I have all these great people around me, let me rise to the occasion. So I love that. So saying that you keep continuing making us content because we love to see it, where do you hope to see yourself in 5 years?
So in 5 years, I definitely hope that my platform would have grown to a place where I can branch out into other parts of the media field. So like, you know, I'm doing my YouTube videos now, and I'm still writing my articles, and those are definitely, I think that will always be my foundation, because those are the things that really made me fall in love with creating content in the first place. But I definitely think that in the future, I'd love to branch out into more like professional videography, more broadcasting, script writing, content development. Like those are the things that long-term career-wise I'd want to see myself venturing into. So whether or not it's you know, I get a push from my YouTube channel or not, I definitely think that that's where I want to be. I'd love to be able to call myself a multi-hyphenate in the future. You know, those people in their bio, it says writer, producer, actor, host, you know, that type of thing. And you're like, oh, wow, she does it all. Like, how does she do it? That's what I want to be. Yeah, for sure. Because I just feel like just in the world of media, my interests, they go so far and wide. And I've been struggling to find like a niche area, you know, where I want to put all my energy on. So I'm still trying to find that. But at the end of the day, I don't think I want to sacrifice anything. So I definitely want to be able to touch everything.
That's good. So, you know, being this, you know, actor, filmer, YouTuber, you know, all of it, what message do you want your audience to take away?
I think the biggest message I want my audience to take away, or just how I want people to feel after, you know, consuming something that I put out there, I just want to remind people to be authentic. Because I feel like this is something I think about a lot in terms of just us being in this, you know, digital social media driven age. We're always so pushed to, you know, put our best face forward, you know, to make it seem like we always have everything like up to par and, you know, that type of thing. And I think it's just so important to be authentic when you're a content creator, even if you have a small platform like me, because it kind of goes more into the realm of just, you know, representation. You know, like we think about things like representation all the time when we're like, oh, it really is meaningful to see someone with these traits or doing these things, you know, like on our big screen and stuff like that. But even when it comes down to the smaller level, when people reach out to me and say like, oh, you know, I love your accent, or, you know, my dad is Jamaican, so it's really nice to see like a Jamaican YouTuber, or I like that you're doing these videos to, you know, help other international students. That means the world to me, and that keeps me going because that's who I am. And I like to really showcase all the different things that make me me. And so it's definitely something that it's not easy. It's more like a easier said than done thing, because definitely, like I said, we're kind of pre-wired to, you know, be perfect, right? So I try not to be the, hi guys, welcome back to my channel type girl, like for everything, because it's just so important. I realize that the content creators that I enjoy the most, or I look up to the most, are the people who are super transparent, who are brave enough to, you know, peel back some of the layers when they're putting something out onto the internet for the world to see. So that's definitely what I want to be more of as a content creator, and that's how I want people to feel after, you know, seeing something that I put out there. Like, hey, you know, she's being herself on the internet. I can do it too. So
That's really inspiring. I love that. So thank you, Trevonae, so much for being on our very first episode of InfluencerU. We appreciate it so much.
not very first. I'm honored.
And Trevonae, like just, you know, seeing you on Zoom and as an Annenberg student, you know, I look up to you because it's like you're doing what you want to do and you're authentically yourself, you know? And it's so interesting. Like, I don't know a lot of people from Jamaica, so your accent stands out and just your bubbly personality. So thank you.
Like, it means so much to hear like that from both of you, because I look up to both of you. It's kind of very like but I definitely look up to both of you for different ways. Like, you guys just both seem to be killing it in your own individual ways, and it's kind of just like that thing, like I can see you guys doing your thing and I'm not going to be like, oh wow, like, you know, I'm going to be like, oh wow, like I love that. And so, and I love the whole idea of this show to, you know, really uplift the other influencers on campus. And I think you guys are doing a great job. I think this show is going to go really far, and I'm really honored that you guys invited me on your show.
You're a current Howard influencer and would like to be featured, please slide into our DMs at the influencer_you.
And thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in for this very first episode. Thank you, Trevonae, again, 1,000 times. And make sure you guys stay tuned for more episodes.